So the FBI warns of potential surge in hate crimes against the Asian community in the US, and today I've got a video for you that doesn't help the case for those of you that are Asian and don't want to face those hate crimes because of certain individuals giving Asian Americans bad name. Before we begin this video, guys, make sure to drop a like on it, comment. Your engagements help a ton in terms of search and discovery, especially if the video is demonetized. And if it's demonetized, it won't spread around through the algorithm, which is why I need you to also share it if you can. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of the newest video. Now that we got the shilling side of the video away, let's dive into the story. So before we talk about it, let's watch the video.
We gotta touch them all. We gotta touch them all. All of them gotta be touched. Ma'am, they all have to be touched? You sure? Oh. Why are you touching all of them then? You know the coronavirus is going on right now. You sure? Yeah, but your hands are everywhere. You're literally...
Okay, so as you can see, there's this not elderly but a mature Asian woman, which is a porn category, I guess. A rather old 40-year-old looking or 30-year-old looking Asian female who's moving around what seems to be like maybe Walmart. I'm not American, so I wouldn't know. Some sort of a supermarket. And she just goes down the electronics aisle with all the products where you have what seems to be laptops, iPads, phones, several tablets, and she touches all of them. Let's keep the video running in the background so you can see again and again. But basically she touches products who have, some of them have plastic surfaces, some of them carbon fiber, some of them steel surfaces, some of them glass, which is not good because we know the virus can stay up to 3 days on certain surfaces, and some of those appliances do have those surfaces. So if she's a carrier of the virus, she's actually risking everyone who's going to touch it afterwards. So if you walk into this store not knowing, not seeing this video, you might as well, not might as well, you could be touching one of those screens, examining one of those products, not knowing this woman actually touched every single one of them, and she could be a carrier of the virus and therefore infecting everyone who will come into contact with these products. Now, in my opinion, she's probably mentally ill, or she believes in some sort of conspiracy theory, just like the guy who took the train and tried to ram it into that medical ship the US has, named Mercy. I think he tried to do it on the one in California, which is crazy. And this seems like honestly to me like a deranged woman. Maybe she thinks the entire thing is a hoax, so she doesn't take it seriously, and therefore she just goes around the store touching everything, showing she's not scared. Or just like the Rudy Gobert thing, is that his name? The NBA, the NBA player from the Utah Jazz, who actually when he left one of the press conferences after they talked about the corona, he made sure to touch everything around it, just to show that he doesn't take it seriously. And then later on they found out he has it and several other players on his team had the disease, which is crazy. So I'm guessing she has kind of the same reaction, or either that or she's mentally ill, which in this point I guess you can excuse her. It's not her doing it out of her own free will, or rather through clear judgment. She's obviously some sort of an insane person, especially when we know it's spreading around through the US like wildfire because people don't follow the guidelines, and there's not enough tests to determine who has it and who's not. So the number of the already confirmed cases in the US is already large. Now imagine if they could test everyone in the US and find out who has it and who doesn't. It's probably twice or three times the amount we currently have of the confirmed cases, and people like her walking around that way doesn't help it. Especially doesn't help the fact that the FBI warns of potential surge, in hate crimes against Asian Americans, and you have videos like that roaming around the web where you see clearly an Asian woman, which people could mistake her for being Chinese, even if she never been there a day in her life, and then obviously be violent towards her or hostile because they think she's Chinese and she could infect them. I don't think that you're racist if you stay away from those kind of people. Saying those people is probably a bad statement to go with, but if the virus originated in China and you want to and you see what you thought at the time to be Chinese people who probably came from China, it's more than reasonable to cover your face, which is something that a lot of people did. Obviously, there are a ton of Asian people that is very hard to determine whether they're Chinese, Vietnamese, or Japanese, not because they all look alike, but because it's not as distinct as people think. It goes the same way if you talk about a Nordic person or people from the Middle East. You can't pinpoint exactly where they come from. So as a general rule of thumb, it's not that bad that you stay away from Asian people when this originally broke out. But now when you have it running through the US, everyone is a potential carrier, and people who are violent towards the Asian community right now, which is stupid. People like her doesn't help their case at all, and it's sad to see videos like this. Honestly, the only good excuse is for her to be mentally ill. Otherwise, she's just straight up a douchebag, and people like her deserve to be put up against the wall. Honestly, she should be charged with something to the same extent of the guy who leaked those products in the supermarket. I think it was in Missouri, and is facing terrorist charges, felony charges that could lead to up to 5 years in prison. I hope the same things goes for her if she's not mentally insane. But yeah, I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments. Stay safe out there, guys. Don't touch random surfaces. Go outside your house with gloves and a face mask, preferably the N95 type, which is confirmed to be probably the best one you can get to face the virus that is available to everyone. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.